Good day everyone and welcome back. Yes, good morning from Reykjavik from Iceland. Today is the 16th of November 2025 and the temperature is -2. It's not too cold, and I know you're wondering why it is still too dark, because they have long nights here, especially November, December, January, and the sunrise around 10:30 a.m. and the sunset around 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's pretty interesting, and it's our second day here in Reykjavik. But today we're talking about something completely different. We're not talking about Iceland. We're talking about New Zealand. This is really interesting, and we're gonna dive into it while having a tour around Reykjavik, the downtown area. Quick update about New Zealand new visas. They're opening 2 new seasonal visa programs that you should take advantage of. Okay, so you have to prepare your application from now and submit it between the 8th up to 10th, or probably you have actually enough time, but what I'm saying, you have to prepare your application ahead of time and then submit it to face less competition. That's the point. A lot of people can benefit from this, especially if you already worked in farming, horticulture, seafood, tourism, or anything has a peak season. So it's really easy job to do, and get a residency. You can get a residency for 3 years in New Zealand or 7 months, because I told you that we have 2 options, right? The first option, if you get approved, then you will get a residency for 3 years. The second one for 7 months only. I'm gonna talk about the difference pretty soon. Now, if you wanna qualify for the first one, which is the Global Workforce Seasonal Visa, which is GWSV, which is going to launch very soon, as I just mentioned, you don't need to have a certificate. I can assure you about that. You don't need to have a language skills. You don't need experience. You don't need a bank account. You don't need invitation. You need nothing actually, except a letter from employer. Now, this is not a job, not an actual job, which makes things easier. This is only a letter, a job offer, and that's about it. Once you have it, you can apply. Now you're going to ask me, how can I get that? We are in touch with accredited employers in New Zealand, so we know what we are talking about, and we can share your resume with them. So what you have to do to prepare your resume in a New Zealand format, and then you can apply. We will share your resume with trusted employers, and that's about it. If you get approved or selected, you can include your family members, but there is one condition. You have to leave New Zealand 3 months each year. This is the condition, and I think it's not hard to do it. You can just go back home, rest for a couple months, and then fly back to New Zealand. This is the only condition or requirement that you have to follow strictly if you get approved. Now, about the other program, we're talking about the other one, which is the Peak Seasonal Visa, PSV. If you get approved, you need to be outside New Zealand for 4 months, not 3 months. So here's the thing. The only difference that you need a job offer when it comes to the second program. The first one, which is I see easier, all what you need a job, just an offer, a job offer, not an actual job. The second one, you need actually an actual job, and you need your employer to look for specific occupations locally first, and then he has to prove there's no availability locally, and then he has to get someone from overseas or a foreign worker. So it's going to be a little bit tricky, and we don't need to go for that, but some people may qualify for that. That's the reason why I talked about it. Let's talk a little bit about the occupations. It's pretty simple. You need to be a farm helper, cow milker, cow feeder, fruit and vegetable picker, seafood factory worker. Who can do that? I mean, anyone. Tree planter, wool helper, flower picker, snow resort helper in a resort, mountain guide assistant with some education, and mountain guide assistant also with some education. You can prepare yourself with taking a course online for a couple of weeks, and that's about it. It is crazy because it's really easy to take advantage of this opportunity in New Zealand. And the crazy thing that you can fly back home between 3 to 4 months. I think that's an advantage and something positive and completely legal, while I'm counting days towards permanent residency or citizenship. And that's about it for today, guys. Thank you so much for your support, for being patient, because I know many of you trying to reach out to me, and I always talk to my clients personally. I don't really transfer my calls or messages or anything to my assistant, so don't worry about that. You're gonna reach out to me personally. If you want to get a quicker response and show that you are really serious, you can become a member for 1 month, subscribe, and that's about it. If you don't have money, that's completely fine. You can just be patient, because we are getting hundreds of messages every single day. And that's about it. We're flying back soon to Canada, flying back home. I appreciate all of you, and I'm sending you my love and respect, and what I love to see, a positive outcome. I don't care about views, as I told you before. I don't care about likes. If you want to reach out to me, you can just do it. 001-431-542-0555. And that's about it for today. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day ahead. As you can see, this is one of the most interesting churches here in Reykjavik in Iceland. It's really interesting. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, and I wish you all best of luck.